Okay, today I'll be opening up these two used oil filters that were used on the same vehicle. Yep, this Motorcraft oil filter, number FL910S, was used for 3 months, 3,772 miles. And then this Wix XP oil filter, number 51348XP, was used for 3 months, 3,634 miles. And I got these two used oil filters from a very generous viewer whose name is Dwayne Desisto from New Hampshire. Thanks, Dwayne. These filters came off Dwayne's 2020 Ford Escape SEL. Yep, the one with the 1.5 liter engine, which now has 45,100 miles on it. With the Motorcraft oil filter, he was using Pennzoil Ultra Platinum 5W20 oil. And with the Wix oil filter, he was using Valvoline Extended Premium Full Synthetic 5W20 oil. Same car, two different oil filters with two different motor oils. This should be interesting. So let's get started.
This is a matter of you gotta glue the silicone, get nice and tight, get your angle here, filtration angle here.
Okay, so before we open these up, let's take a quick look at them. Start with the Motorcraft. Date code 905172214. It's a sticker. And we look over here, we'll see majority of contents made in the USA. And this filter has 7 elongated inlet holes. Looks to be a silicone drain back valve. About 3 grooves there for threads. Metal core with louvers. The bypass valve is right here at the base end. Nitro rubber gasket, which is pretty thick. Sounded pretty good. We'll take a look at that after. I'll put that to the side. Put that one there. And let's take a look at this Wix XP filter. Here's the date code 070122GG. This is also a sticker. Man and Hummel. You look here, it says made in USA. This filter also has 7 holes, 7 inlet holes. Silicone and drain back valve. Also about 3 grooves. Metal core louvers. The bypass valves down below. And this one also a nitro rubber gasket. It's also pretty thick and it's on there pretty good. So we'll compare those two gaskets later on. Okay, let's open up the Motorcraft first. And not much oil. That's good. And let's open up the Wix. Also not much oil. That's good. Okay, so let's look at these guys up close. And here's the Wix. We'll start with the Wix. Nice base plate. Silicone drain back valve. It all looks fine. Yeah, covers up the holes nice. Okay, filter element. Now I'll put the pleats on the screen. Got a metal crimped seam. Pleats are nicely spaced. And this Wix is a full synthetic filter media. And I'm getting these specs off of O'Reilly's website. It says this is has a micron rating of 99% at 35 microns. Bypass valve right here, which has a setting of 8 to 11 psi. It's clean, no excess glue, metal end caps. Yeah, this filter element looks nice. Let's see what it has in the can. It's got a stamped leaf spring. Yeah, it's got a nice dome to it. So that all looks good. No sludging. That looks good also. Let's see the Wix. The Wix used the Valvoline oil, I believe. Let's look at the Motorcraft filter. Here's the base plate. Fine. Also silicone drain back valve. That all looks good. We'll clean them all up and see, but they look like new. Yeah, it's got a nice spring to it. Covers up the holes nice. And filter element. Metal end caps. Right here's the bypass valve. A little bit of sludge in here, it looks like. See that? There's something on there. Yeah, look at that. I'll check that out afterwards. Try not to disturb it too much. You can see it actually. Look at it. See it on the filter. So, you know, this might be a good thing. I don't know how it mounts on his car, but, you know, the bypass valve right here isn't going to pick that up. So that's kind of a good thing. The metal crimp seam. And the pleats I'll put on the screen. And this, also on O'Reilly's website, it's a cellulose polyester blend media with a micron rating of 80% particles greater than, no, for particles 20 microns or larger. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that to the side, and I'm going to check that out later. See what that is. But yeah, look at this. There's a lot of it in here. Ooh, oh yeah. It's got a nice dome to it. You can see a lot more. This one looks, and this is the, he was using a Pennzoil oil on this one. I don't know what that is. Well, I'll check that out later because I'll take my gloves off, let it dry up a little bit, and see how that looks. Let's get some measurements. Start with the cans. 0.45 millimeters for the Motorcraft. 0.36 millimeters for the Wix. Let me try this Motorcraft again. I don't think it's that much. Yeah, it's 0.41 millimeters for the Motorcraft. And let's get the widths. Motorcraft is 2.16 inches wide. And it looks like I already picked something up. That's something I just picked up just now. So I gotta watch how I put this down. And the Wix is 2.10 inches wide. So let me take these two filters, squeeze them out, stretch them out, and see what they look like. Be right back. Okay, here they are both stretched out. And the Motorcraft filter is 50.5 inches long, and the Wix filter is 51 inches long. Okay, let's get the thickness on these guys. And the Motorcraft is 0.77 millimeters thick. And the Wix is 0.81 millimeters thick. Let's look at them up close. It's the filtering side, back side. And let's take a look at these guys under a microscope. So they both look like they caught some carbon soot. The seam came apart on the Wix, but that sometimes happens when I cut them open. And let's look at them up close. So this is the Wix right here. You can see all the soot. It's mostly into the creases, you know. Same thing with the Motorcraft. It's in the creases mostly. Let's put it like this. I would say they probably picked up about the same amount each filter. I mean, looking at them, roughly about the same amount of soot on both of them. Not really any sparklies in here though, so that's a good sign. There's a lot of soot right here. The Motorcraft filter. So I guess they both did a pretty good job filtering. Let's look at the rest of the filter. So the gaskets, I give them a tie. I'll put I measured them up and I'll put it on the screen. They're almost exactly the same. Silicone A drain back valves, these guys are all nice. They're like new. And they, you know, they fit over these guys. So I give these guys a tie, the base plates, everything. They all looks good. Now the Motorcraft oil filter, I want to show you guys what happened when I was cutting it open. This is the top where the bypass valve is. All the glue came off. When I was cutting it open, it just came off in little chunks like this. And all that stuff that you saw earlier in the video that was in the filter, that was glue. I took it, put it around here. Let's see if you can see that up close. That's all little chunks of glue, which I think came off the end cap. I think it came off this end cap. There was probably a lot of glue on here, and it just all came off, so you can see it. So I think they had a problem with the glue on this filter. Somehow it didn't set up right. I've seen this happen before in a filter also. It all came out in one chunk. I'll actually put a picture of it on the screen so you guys can see that one. But yeah, that doesn't look good at all. It shouldn't be like that. And the rest of the filter, well, we got louvers. They both got louvers. We got to bring the flashlight out here. But they're opened up real nice. There's no problem there. The Wix has this backing on it. It's a polymer backing. It's usually a white, but it got discolored from the oil. Probably the oil and the heat, I don't know. The stamp leaf springs, they're both the same. The cans are pretty much the same also. And like I said, that stuff in there, that's all like little bits and chunks of glue. I'm wondering if this filter, Dwayne's filter, mounts this way. He's got the, you know, it's got the base end bypass valve, so it wouldn't matter too much. But what do you guys think about these two filters? And again, I want to thank Dwayne for sending me these two oil filters, and I think I'll wrap this video up. And don't forget, Oil Filter Fridays. I open up an oil filter every Friday on this YouTube channel. So if you like this video, please hit that like button. Thanks for watching, and take care. Here's the light through the louvers on the Motorcraft oil filter. And here's the Wix filter.